Greetings, MechWarriors. I would like to start off by saying that my hiatus is kinda sorta over. For those just tuning in, my last video that I had done was for the Cyclops about 3 or 4 months ago, and I had decided to take a break because, well, I just wasn't purchasing any of the new mech packs that were coming out. A significant portion of this is that I had just been very bored with MechWarrior Online, and also just not very satisfied with the status of MechWarrior Online at that time. I still do play. I especially play on the weekends if there's events going on, but I'm nowhere near as rigorous as I used to be. Building on that, I've also significantly toned back the amount of money I'm throwing at PGI, because part of it has been, I'm voting with my wallet, and I have not been satisfied with how PGI has been doing things, or some of their offerings. The last mech that I had purchased was the Cyclops, and after that the night gear came out, and I saw no reason to get the night gear, because that's just another heavy, and again, with my just general dissatisfaction, the Huntsman and Linebacker being medium mechs, I don't care for medium, so why am I going to put money into them? But well, I had a hard time turning down the Marauder IIc, which is what I'm going to be talking about here shortly. Now, PGI has noted that they got a lot of positive changes coming in 2017, and some of the things that they've talked about and are actually implementing even now, I'm very impressed with. One of the things that they've talked about is a new game mode, which is a guarding mission where you're guarding an Atlas. I believe that was released today, and I look forward to checking that out. Another thing that they're talking about doing, or I shouldn't say talk about, but are going to do, is show off, is rework the skill tree, which has been, well, it's been lacking for 3 years. And it's about goddamn time, pardon my language, that they got around to doing that. Lazy bastards. No. Okay, I shouldn't be that cruel to them, but seriously, it's about goddamn time they did this. And I'm happy with that. And that, along with some of the other tweaks that they have planned coming down the pike, well, it's looking like there's actual content, not just mechs. So, I said that my wallet is closed until I see some improvement, and, well, I'm seeing some improvement. This being said, after the Marauder IIc, the next mech that I will be talking about will be the Supernova, when that is delivered in February, and then the Roughneck, which is in April. And unless there's significant stuff between now and then, those are when you'll see me. And so, yeah, I also, well, I might start picking up my gameplay videos again. I don't know. I just saw a whole lot of work going into those for what, anyway, all that aside, I'm not gone, I'm not dead, I'm just being a lot more judicious on what I throw at PGI. It's got to be something that I want, rather than I'm playing the completionist game. So, yeah, there you have it. Anyway, on to the Marauder IIc. The Marauder IIc is a 85-ton clan assault mech. Just that alone, I think, is a huge benefit to the clans because, well, they just don't have a lot of assaults. And in my personal opinion, many of them are not viable. The closest thing to anything being viable are the Dire Wolf and the Kodiak. And I want to like the Dire Wolf and I want to like the Kodiak, but I have just not been able to find my niche with either one. And even if I could find my niche with the Kodiak, it is still so popular that it doesn't tend to last long in the battlefield because people focus fire on it hard because Kodiaks are scary. And the Dire Wolf is in the same position, but a bit worse because it's slow. So, and the only other assault mech worth my time, or worth anybody's time, in my personal opinion, outside of that, is the Warhawk, and that is an 85-ton mech. And I personally don't care for the Warhawk either. So, again, my opinion is that there's no clan mechs assault mechs that I like. Well, now we have the Marauder IIc. So, finally, there's something there. It is not an Omni mech, it is a BattleMech, so you don't get all the Omni pods, but you are able to swap out engines. The other benefit is that as a chassis and its physical design, the regular Inner Sphere Marauder is very successful. So here you have 10 extra tons to work with, and yes, it's bigger. It's about, if I remember seeing the comparison images correctly, it's about the same. It takes up about the same volume as a Stalker. So just to give you an idea of how big that is. I have no idea of its maneuverability. I'll be testing that out a bit later. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. And it looks to me like a fresh, updated take on the Marauder. It looks like someone had taken the standard Inner Sphere Marauder and, I don't want to say brought it to a logical conclusion, but evolved it. You know, the lines are more streamlined. It's not that it looks more unified. It just looks more streamlined, more round. It still maintains that clan feel, but also that touch of Inner Sphere core to it. And I gotta say, just looking at this as it stands right now, like this, I love the way it looks. It has a very, very anime feel to it, especially with these legs and these back pods here on the side torsos. They just look gorgeous. And now for this special paint scheme, I'm not a fan of the colors used, but I like I like what I can possibly do with them. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in the Mech Lab. It starts off with 3 ERPPCs, and unlike the Inner Sphere version where the shoulder gun is on the right torso, to the left here. So for all intents and purposes, it looks pretty similar to the Inner Sphere. Comes with a standard engine, which I think if this mech is anything, if this Marauder is anything like the Inner Sphere Marauder, it's going to be pretty friendly to XL engines. Far more friendly than a lot of mechs are, especially that are assaults. I think it runs exceptionally hot, painfully so, because of, well, you got 3 ERPPCs and the medium pulse lasers, but because it comes with both ferrofibrous armor and endosteel, it looks like it's going to be a pretty beastly out the gate. It doesn't have max armor on all locations, but it looks pretty durable. I think this will be a nasty contender on any battlefield. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the, this is the special paint job. The 2C just looks exactly like the 2C special, just with different paint scheme. So, yeah. Again, I'm still can't get over my disappointment of the removal of special geometry, but yes, I'm going to grouse about that every goddamn time. This is the Marauder IIc-8. This is a special, when I say it's a special variant, it is a variant that was given to those folks who jumped in on the earlier adopter program. So, as you can see, no quirks except for missile cooldown. I didn't see the quirks on the 2S. Yeah, it doesn't have anything. And that's not surprising. It's an inner sphere chassis base with clan technology. That alone makes them nasty. And obviously, yeah, I can see this thing not having any quirks for obvious reasons. But we'll see what happens later on. I doubt this thing will get quirked out, but again, I don't think it needs it, but we'll see. Anyway, the 2C8, you know, like the 2C, already comes with all the upgrades included, which is nice. The stock loadout looks like it just has a general assortment of weapons, which, okay, I mean, I can take on all comers. I can see that. Very weak on armor, so probably gonna have to pull some shenanigans to make that work. But you know, we are a clever bunch, so we'll see what happens. The next one in line is the Marauder IIC-A. This looks like the standard inner sphere Marauder. Excuse me. Actually looks exactly like the inner sphere Marauder, just obviously more ballistic friendly because of this extra 10 tons. But you have the energy weapons on the arms, the dual energy weapons on the arms, and a ballistic shoulder gun. And it looks like it runs pretty cool. So, look, you know, I gotta say, the thing I'm impressed with so far is out of these initial mechs, you're already getting the upgrades that you'll probably be needing to make this guy worthwhile. You can go ahead and color me impressed. I am happy with what I'm seeing here. And the next one is the A does not have any quirks. The B has no quirks. And again, you know, it just looks just like all the others, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a very, very beautiful chassis. Looking forward to playing around with this. So this one is an SRM Brawler. Very interesting there. It has the shoulder gun there on the right torso, like like the inner sphere version does. And I don't remember which variant it is, but there is that Marauder missile boat variant, and well, this might be the closest thing to get to it. Don't only streak 2s. I don't know. Okay, I don't dislike it, but between the other variants that I already had, they're starting to already feel kind of same. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I keep 2 Marauders myself, fully stocked, ready to go at a moment's notice. That's the kicker right there, jump jets. Oh, you can actually move. 85 tons jump jets. Ooh, that should be interesting. And he has better armor distribution too. And all right. So, and anyway, I can't be too critical because it just looks like that there's enough different stuff going on. I think no matter what way you paint it, it's going to be a very interesting chassis. This is the Scorch. This is the Hero Mech variant of that, and well, I can't say that I care for the paint scheme. It looks very different than it has that, still has that theme to it, but it's still notably different than what the artwork had. Of course, I can't get too angry, but still, man, that gray just feels very meh. Oh well, whatever. I noticed that there's no shoulder gun, and yeah, actually the B doesn't have a shoulder gun either. Nope, no, the B has a shoulder gun. It's just a the default is a pulse laser, which you're going to see right there. But I imagine if you drop something like a PPC, it'll be where it always is. But here there are no shoulder guns at all. 4 missile hard points, and you got some quirks. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, looking at this, by all appearances, as a hero, it looks like that this guy's special thing, quote unquote, is the extra missile points. There's a total of 4 of them. And the ballistic mounts on the arms. Okay. Other than that, he doesn't seem to be too much to write home about. To be clear, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I know PGI's stance on hero mechs they're always available for real money, but they can't be too vastly different mechanically, game mechanics speaking, from what's available for C builds. Otherwise you run into that whole pay to win problem, and well, let's face facts, nobody wants that. So yeah, there you have it. The Marauder IIc. As a general thing, like I said, I really do like what I'm seeing here, with a lot of the changes that are coming down the pike for MechWarrior Online in the future, such as some reworks to community warfare, or faction warfare as we're calling it now, the reworking of the skills and how that's working out is going to be huge. Huge! It's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, I talk to people, it's amazing. Yeah, go Trump. Ha. Yeah, no, not really. No, it actually is kind of a big deal, because one of the primary points that had to be done in the past was you had to spend the mech bays or the real money to get more mech bays if you weren't patient enough to get them in contests and stuff. That you had to have 3 mechs of a particular chassis. So before you could get anything beyond basic. So for example, we'll just use the Marauder IIc here, is that if I just bought this Marauder if I just bought one Marauder IIc, I would have to buy 2 more before I could take anything beyond the basic tier, and get those additional 2 that I purchased also basiced out before I could advance to elite. I don't have a problem with it personally, but that's because I have a stupid number of mech bays. I've been playing this game since 2013, so I've got a bunch of mech bays, got a bunch of mechs. Racking up money is not a problem. I mean, heck, I have years of premium time that I just haven't been using because of me buying these mech packs. So yeah, I have a stupid number of C bills. So yeah, it's not a problem for me. But for somebody who's just getting into this game, that doesn't have a lot of money, that does not necessarily want to drop a lot of money, it's a burden. It's inconvenient, and I'm glad PGI is going away from that. You'll still have to spend a lot of time to upgrade your mech to take it through the experience chart, but you won't have to purchase 3 of the same chassis to do it. So if you want to buy 1 catapult, you only got to buy 1 catapult. And I think that is what is going to be amazing moving forward. Outside of that, so and those are things that I have to applaud PGI on, and that's why I'm going to be more inclined to throw some of my hard-earned money at them as long as they continue to do those good things. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. I'll just wanted to let you know what I've been thinking about some of the latest PGI developments and show off this new sweet, sexy chassis. And so there you have it. I will see you on the battlefield.